Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we are going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Daniel beat Terry Silver during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 5 would still happen, Cobra Kai would continue to grow, and Daniel and Chosen would still try to take down Terry Silver. Chosen would still infiltrate Cobra Kai, but Terry Silver would still find out, so Chosen would still fight off the senseis in this timeline. Daniel and Chosen would still track down Mike Barnes, and Mike Barnes would still reveal the information for Terry Silver's lawyer. Those events would stay the same. Terry Silver would still burn down Mike Barnes' furniture store, and at the fundraiser, Terry Silver would still manipulate the situation to make Daniel seem like the bad guy. So Amanda and Daniel would still fight, and Amanda would still leave Daniel. Those events would stay the same. Chosen and Daniel would still confront Stingray. Daniel would still make Stingray trip over his PS4, and those events would stay the same. Johnny would eventually make Daniel realize how out of control he had been, so Daniel would want to go apologize to Stingray. But much like in the original timeline, Terry Silver would still be there waiting for him, so Daniel and Terry Silver would still fight. Daniel would be using the offense that he learned from Johnny, but Terry Silver would be able to counter it. Daniel would try using the Quicksilver method against Terry Silver, but he would have no luck. Terry Silver would get some hits on Daniel, so Daniel would have no choice but to use the pressure point technique, so Daniel would disable Terry Silver in this timeline. Daniel would stand over Terry Silver, but Daniel would remember Mr. Miyagi's lesson that he should never put passion in front of principle, so Daniel would show mercy to Terry Silver in this timeline, and Daniel would tell Terry Silver that Miyagi was never going to give up. The events of Season 5 would carry on. In this timeline, Daniel would be the one to reform Miyagi, so Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen would track down their students, and in this timeline, Devin would join Miyagi in this timeline, so she wouldn't end up joining Cobra Kai. The season would carry on. Terry Silver would still get Master Kim Daeun and the rest of her senseis, and since Terry Silver lost to Daniel in this timeline, he would want to get his revenge on Daniel, so Terry Silver would set fire to one of Daniel's dealerships. Daniel would be mad, and the events of Season 5 would carry on. The two dojos would continue their training, and in this timeline, Terry Silver would continue his training with the help of Sensei Kim Daeun. Miyagi would be more on edge in this timeline, and they would still find out about Terry Silver's plan of joining the Saikai Taikai. So Miyagi would still convince the judges to let them compete. Those events would stay the same. In the night of the match, Kenny would still defeat Hawk. Tori would still find out that Terry Silver paid off the referee, so she wouldn't want to fight. So Sam would end up defeating another Cobra Kai student. Those events would stay the same, and the two dojos would still qualify for the Saikai Taikai. The season would still end the same way. Johnny, Chosen, and Mike would still confront Terry Silver at his house, and Miyagi would still want to expose Terry Silver, and the fights would carry on. Terry Silver would still be exposed, so Terry Silver and Daniel would still fight, and they would have their rematch. But in this timeline, Terry Silver would be more prepared. Daniel would still try using the Quicksilver method against Terry Silver, but Terry Silver would be able to counter it, so Daniel would have no choice but to use the pressure point technique again. But this time around, Terry Silver would be able to counter it, and he would use a new move that he learned from Sensei Kim Daeun, so Terry Silver would defeat Daniel. Everyone would be shocked. Since Daniel lost to Terry Silver in this timeline, Stingray would be too scared to revise his testimony, so the police would still show up, but in this timeline, Terry Silver wouldn't be arrested, but Cobra Kai's reputation would be destroyed. And that is where I'm gonna end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Daniel beat Terry Silver during the events of Cobra Kai Season 5? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.